Oh my God, we're back.
So remember, like when not 30 seconds ago, I was just saying, "Yeah, I love it when things work correctly." Yeah, I should probably test these things fully
Yeah.
before I try
Yeah.
them on a live broadcast. Yeah. So what happened was, is so for the audio listeners will not hear this. We'll cut out. We'll just cut it together for the audio listeners, so it'll be seamless. But for video folks just for reference sake. Yeah, so I was using my laptop to pipe in the stream from the Periscope. When I closed it on the laptop, because I was using the same account on both, it said, "Oh, obviously you want to stop the entire broadcast." And so
Clearly.
yeah, that
Clearly.
was
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
my
for
bad.
anybody who was not who was watching and missed this particular chunk of show, welcome back.
But you
Um,
what you won't have
Oh,
missed anything by the time it's all said and done. So
yes, that's true. That's true. I'm talking about the people watching it live.
all right, no, no, I
Um,
know, I know, but they still didn't miss anything.
yeah.
Just us going, "Oh, what happened?" So yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. So yeah, that's fun. Let's go ahead and continue. Charlie, you were saying that you wanted to be interested um, in playing Ingress, but you didn't play very much of it once you got into it.
Correct. And I don't have a good explanation for that. It was just a matter of I don't know. You know, I think it was. I think at the time, like, and this was a common complaint with Ingress. Like when Ingress first came out, cell phone technology at the time was not was I mean even today people are amazingly somehow still being surprised by the fact that Pokemon Go is nuking your battery. And it was 2 to 3 times worse when Ingress came out, just because that's where phone technology was at the time. Like quick chargers weren't a thing back then. I mean, like so you had to bring her along like several battery packs to try and
Yeah.
get through like an extended session, just because, or you had to be in your car and stay plugged into the charger or whatever.
But
Um,
I feel like a lot of the people complaining about that are people that have a certain types of phones, because honestly, having that S6, I have an S6, which those phones have really good battery life compared to the average phone. And I don't really have that much of a problem with mine as long as I don't have the screen brightness all the way up. Um, I mean, but having the GPS on does kind of chunk at the battery. But like, I can play it for a full from 100% charge. I can play it with the screen brightness all the way up, GPS on, and I can play it for an hour and only be at about 65% drain on my battery.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than it used to be for sure. But
The
here's the
average, no, I'm talking about Pokemon Go. The average
no, no,
person
yeah,
playing Pokemon Go right now gets 40 minutes from a full charge before their phone dies on them.
yeah, no, that okay, that's more what I'm accustomed to
Yeah.
from my limited interaction with
Hmm.
Ingress. Here's the thing that weirds me out the most about the way that they've got this set up. Now, maybe now the wristband thing is not out yet, right? That like
No, no,
people have
no.
been pre-ordering it, but
That thing is entirely unnecessary, by the way. Entirely.
okay, so before we go on, what does the wristband thingy actually
Okay.
do?
So, um, go. Do you know you know what this does, right?
yeah.
Okay. So when you are near Pokemon, if you have the app running, which I mean, in order to explain this properly, I have to explain one of the features that's in the setting, which may help some of you guys playing it at home. This is a quick tip for you. There is a battery saver mode, and people were turning it on, going, "It doesn't fucking do anything." That's not true. You're just not using it right. The battery saver mode keeps all of the services of the app running while turning your screen off so that you don't drain your battery with the screen brightness up. And what it does is you have to take your phone and you have to turn it upside down and put it in your pocket, and that activates the battery saver mode and shuts the screen off.
Okay,
So
so
you can still walk around with like your headphones in or something, and headphones are just the volume up or vibrate, and it vibrates too. And anytime a Pokemon is in your range to capture, it vibrates, either in your pocket or whatever it is. Were you okay there, Charlie? Did you just have a
I'm
stroke?
just my reflection my reflection is in your phone screen, so I was trying to wave like in the
Oh, right
reflection of
here.
like your
Let's
phone
do
screen.
it.
Yeah,
Look there, it's Charlie. Look at how dirty my phone is. Jesus Christ. This is what happens when I let
yeah.
my son play with my phone. It gets
Yeah.
like little boogery fingerprints all over it.
I'm
So
sorry. I
Those
sorry
look
for
a
the
put your
little
phone
derailment.
upside
mushroomy
down.
for fingerprints, John.
Mm, shut up, goat. You turn the phone upside down, and that's what activates it. Now, this wearable item makes it so that you can have, let's say you have the volume muted, the music off, and everything, and you still want to play it with the battery saver on. This wearable will vibrate on your wrist if there's a Pokemon nearby. That way,
That's all it does.
if you don't have headphones in, if you don't have if you can't hear it and you can't see it, how do you know if they're there? Other than it vibrates in your pocket, which is perfectly fucking acceptable. That's all it does, Charlie.
That's it? It's just a vibrator. There's nothing else in there.
Nothing else, man.
Okay. So here's the thing. I was actually talking to some people about Pokemon Go at Anime Midwest, and
Yes.
they actually they demonstrated this battery saver mode for me. And the thing that I find to be kind of unbelievable from an app design standpoint is that the screen is still on, to be very clear. You can still see like a Pokeball logo in the middle of the screen when you flip your phone upside down.
Yeah.
It just turns the brightness all the way down.
Yeah. It's
So
super low.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's whatever it's saving on your battery. Now to be fair, your screen is the biggest power suck on your phone. So whatever any app can do to minimize its use of the screen will help your battery life. I mean, just as an example's sake, when I got my Android Wear watch, the biggest thing that did for me is that every time my phone vibrated, I didn't have to take it out of my pocket and turn the screen on every single time. Just simply not turning on my screen for like 5 to 10 seconds, a couple times an hour, like helped my battery life on my phone significantly. Your screen makes that much of a dent. However, that being said, I just have such a hard time understanding why they were not able to engineer this app to be able to run in the background on a more backgroundy level. Like I don't know how else to say that. I just don't get it. I mean, like I can think off the top of my head of a dozen apps that are capable of like maintaining like GPS location tracking and doing plenty of things
with
in
the screen completely off.
Like with your phone, with other apps running.
That surprised me, actually.
Anybody who's used Facebook knows that there's a thing in Facebook where you can basically broadcast your location to your friends, and and that runs when you haven't touched Facebook in an hour. I mean, like it boggles my mind why they did it this way.
I need to clarify something with the wearable, because just to make sure I didn't leave anything out on it. When I first read about this a while back, I don't think I entirely understood what it was. To be clear, the added functionality is not that much better. But what happens is it's the only way to play it without pulling your smartphone out. Okay, so if you're wearing the item and it blinks blue, it means there's a Pokemon by, and then you can press the button to try and capture it without pulling your phone out.
Okay.
If a rainbow light pattern means success, while a blinking red light denotes failure. And it's not $35 plus tax worth of fucking wearable. Sorry.
Well, I disagree. For people who are going to be playing this game, like taking your phone out, how long does it take? Like, go from when you pull your phone out to look at find the Pokemon and throw the Pokeball at it and then see if it worked. What is that? Minute and a half, 2 minutes?
Yeah, I would
20
say.
seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, that quick? It's that quick. Okay.
It depends.
It literally just flops into the. I mean, you open the app. I mean, you're probably looking on the high side 30 seconds to get a hit. You poke it. It flips automatically over into AR mode. It's right there. If you're good at shot, 1-2 balls, yeah, you're under a minute.
Well, okay, but even still, like if just coming off of my experience with how much my watch helped me with not having to unlock the screen, if you're able to do like a decent amount of that, because right now it seems like that is pretty much the game. It's like you come across Pokemon, you throw balls at it, and if you catch it, great. Like
I mean, there's more to it. I mean, you upgrade them and you make them stronger, and then there's the gyms and the Pokestops and.
No, sure, I'm oversimplifying, of course, but I mean, like if you're able
not by
to
much, it's not that complicated.
No,
it's pretty basic.
Basically an inventory management game right now.
Yeah.
And so right, and I'll come back to that in a second. But it just in terms of catching Pokemon, if you're able to basically do that without having to turn your screen on, that actually will make a huge help to your battery life, because turning your screen on for 1 to 2 minutes, I don't know, 10 to 15 times an hour, that's going to be that'll help quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now, that's the other thing. What you guys just said about what the game actually is, that just kind of boggles my mind. Is like, I played Pokemon Yellow back in the day, and like a little bit. Like I maybe got like a quarter into the game. It didn't work for me. But I know enough about Pokemon to know that when you come across a wild Pokemon in every Pokemon game ever, I'm pretty sure, you have to weaken the Pokemon to a point, to be able to catch it. You don't do that right out of the bat.
No, there ain't none of that shit in here, man. You just
That's,
throw the
yeah,
ball
there
at
is.
That's the entirety of what Pokemon is.
No,
like,
no,
I don't
there
get
is.
it.
There is a little bit of that because the higher CP you get, it will break out the ball, and
Well,
you have to.
but that's it. All it does is break out of the ball. You don't have to weaken it to try and capture
No, you
it.
have
So
to
like
hit it right in
when
there.
you throw the ball at it, the ball will capture it, and then it'll go meow, and it'll wiggle meow, and then it'll wiggle again, and then it goes meow, and on the third wiggle it catches. But there's a possibility on any of those 3 wiggles for it to break out, and then you have to just keep throwing balls at it. You gotta just
It seems like it's entirely left up to chance. And there's a little bit that you can discern based on the strength of the Pokemon and which ball you throw at it. But how do you get balls? Of course, you can sit there and test your luck for hours on it at one of these Pokestops, which apparently there's a ton of them around my house, according to Dan Lottie.
You have balls all over your house?
Pokestops apparently are everywhere around here.
Well, you got a stalker. That's cute. At least we know his name.
Yeah. No, he had to park over here. He borrowed our driveway. But anyways, derailed.
All right.
That's all there is in the game.
Pokestops. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How do you get Pokeballs? You have to sit there and just try your luck at spinning the wheel at these Pokestops, which is entirely random. Or of course, you can pay real cash money for them.
Yep.
And so it's I don't know. It's like I don't have Pokemon fever, it's just like I certainly don't mean to knock on anybody that's enjoying this game. I mean, anything that gets gamers out of the house is a positive thing, so let's just make that very clear. But I feel like they did the absolute bare minimum and kind of did some slightly shady stuff here to take advantage of the fervor that they knew was going to be happening over this game. I kind of feel like, I don't know, do you guys think that at all here?
No. I don't know about taking advantage of the fervor, but I'm going to tell you this. For as long as the game was in development, and because we were talking about this last year, last summer, if I remember right, as long as this has been in development.
I think it was announced a year ago, yeah.
And as poorly as I'm sure that the server problems are probably due to server load, the amount of people trying to hit them, but it's also just a fucking buggy game. When you you'll know what I'm talking about. When you go into look at an individual Pokemon and you want to transfer it, like sometimes it fucking bugs out and I can't scroll down to the transfer button. Or I'll go to transfer Pokemon and you hit transfer and you accept, and then there's a little moment where it's talking to the server and then you just lose the Pokemon because it gives you nothing in return for it because it fucked up. Like that kind of stuff happens all the time. This is really buggy. It's buggy. I don't feel like what they've put out versus the time they've spent on it, and given that most of the fucking framework for it was already there in Ingress, I don't understand why it's as rinky as it is. I'm enjoying playing it, but it's kind of dinky, to be honest.
Yeah, it really, yeah. So you were not agreeing with me. Is that what I was hearing?
I'm not agreeing with either one of you. It sounds like a bunch of crying babies.
No, bullshit. Because if we're playing games and we're talking about holding it versus a playable standard, it's barely fucking playable. It's broken, it's buggy, free to play game or not, because Ingress is free and it works like a charm. And it did at launch. It worked like it was supposed to, by and large. So, but it's not complaining. If I were mad at it and I were complaining and crying about it, I wouldn't play it. I'm playing it because I'm enjoying it. But it is fucking buggy.
I can tell you right now, it's not buggy as shit. It's the fact that their servers got destroyed by it because they didn't want to put $1 million into 5 million servers. No, because
some of it's not server stuff, though. Some of it's like the menus bug out on you and stuff and lock up, and it's hard to get through some of that stuff. And not for nothing, but the one other type of like mini game in it where you go to the gym and you actually fight Pokemon with your Pokemon is awful. You scroll to the left to move out of the way of the Pokemon that are attacking you, and then you tap the Pokemon you're attacking until it's just dead. You just have to hop out of the way, dodge their attack, tap them until they're dead, hop out of the way, dodge, attack until they're dead, and then you can use Pokemon special abilities, but it's really basic, and half the time, because of the server lag, you take so much damage or you die trying to kill something else because you're swiping to move out of the way, and there's like a 3-second delay before the Pokemon you're swiping moves. It's buggy.
Well, so there's a couple different things here. So the fact that the servers are overloaded should surprise absolutely nobody here.
Oh, I'm
But
not surprised at all.
yeah, but with the lag and things like that, with the servers being overloaded, I'm sure they'll fix that. They just have to add more servers. You have to sell more.
That's
Pokeballs
part of
to
why
add more servers.
I'm sticking around, because I think
Now,
it'll get much better.
But here's the other thing with the other kind of thing John was talking about, Goat, with how trying to transfer a Pokemon or sell a Pokemon or whatever to get something back. With the kind of thing that he's describing, it's if the servers were overloaded, that would just make that take longer. The fact that it is breaking to the point where the transaction is just disappearing into thin air, that is absolutely a bug. That is there's a handshake missing from the app talking to the server. If it were properly programmed, the app would say, I would like this to happen. The server would say, okay, I understand you want this to happen. Let's do that. At the end, it would say, like, I believe that we have completed, and then the app would say, I believe we have completed too, and they would all agree on everything.
I'll show you guys really quick what I'm talking about when I say that one of the bugs is it's an in-game thing, right? It's not the server or communication with server. It's here, let me pull it up here. Jigglypuff, yeah. So when you go into your list of Pokemon, right, and you pick a Pokemon, is that Jiggly? That's Jiggly. So you pick the Pokemon, right?
Wow, you got some fucking crazy ass Pokemon. Where are you hanging out?
I got my sources, bitch. See, I'm clicking on Jigglypuff and nothing's happening. Okay, so there's Jiggly. So this is the menu I'm talking about, Charlie. If you take a look, when you want to transfer a Pokemon or get rid of it, you have to scroll down.
Okay, all right.
And at first it shows you where you captured it, and then there's the transfer button at the bottom.
Okay.
Half the time, when you go to scroll like this, you could just... I'm doing it right now. Look at this shit. This is what I'm talking about. This is not the server.
Oh, yeah, no, that's all
That's not the fucking server, and it happens all the time. And I've had that happen where it'll sit there for 10 or 15 seconds doing this shit, and it drives me insane. Sorry for the listeners listening to the edited version of the podcast. I'm sure this is probably like pulling teeth listening to that part of it. Look, I'm scrolling on the fucking screen, eh? Yeah, so it's buggy, but I'm not complaining because it is a free app. I'm gonna write it out because I think they're gonna make it better.
I'm getting some messages from one of our listeners, Darcy, you guys know from the past, and she's also saying that with the wearable, that if the screen is active, you can throw the Pokemon ball by actually motioning, like you're throwing the ball. So it's just a little bit more immersive.
Oh, so now not only are you going to have your face glued to your phone and possibly get run over by a car, but you're going to look like a crazy asshole while you're doing it. You're going to look like a homeless bastard walking down the street just going, yeah, throwing your arms around like a crazy drunk. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Which, that brings me to my next thought on Pokemon Go. People, please be very careful what you're doing while you're playing this game, because I can tell you from personal experience in the last 2 days that the app does not differentiate whether or not Pokemon appear right in the middle of a fucking trafficy street. Somebody's going to get hit by a goddamn car playing this game. I'm waiting for it. It's going to happen. Mark my words. I don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen.
How physically close do you need to be to a Pokemon to throw a Pokeball at?
Not terribly. Because when you so like I've still got the app open. When you actually pull open the app and you're looking at your little character, there's like a little ring that emanates out from your character. Okay. And the app generally kind of if there are Pokemon in that area will throw one up near you. And then so like if it's over here, if it's just away from you, you can just tap on it, and then it goes into the little mini game where it turns your camera on, and that's the AR part of the game, and it's always like right in front of you or just to your left or right, and you just throw the ball at it. It's really easy to do.
From what I've estimated, it's about 40 meters is your diameter.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Well, hopefully people realize that when if they see a Pokemon in the middle of the street, they know they can stay on the sidewalk to catch it.
No, stop telling people that. Let natural selection take its course.
This is an example of trying to take out your competition.
Moron who's too wrapped up in your phone and you're walking into fucking traffic. You deserve to get fucking hit.
Goat's a crazy man.
Jesus.
Goat's a crazy man. This is don't listen to him. This is just him trying to take out the competition. That's all it is. This is hashtag Goat tactics.
No. That's this tactic, all right? My tactic here is if you're near a gym, standing directly in the center of the intersection, you have a better chance of winning it. Just stay there.
Maybe so.
Don't take advice from Goat. Really about
no,
anything.
never do that. Good. Unless you're on a stage. Anything off a stage, not good advice from me.
Amazing.
And we're not even combining that to just Pokemon Go here. Don't take dating advice from Goat.
No.
Don't take
take candy from Goat.
No, absolutely not.
Take
I agree with these gentlemen 100%. If you're not on a stage, don't take advice from me.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. So, what else? So just to kind of put a bookmark on what we could talk about this forever because it is just the game has been out for less than a week and it is already a cultural phenomenon. So there's plenty to talk about here.
I'm guessing this is our feature.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna call this our feature. Yeah.
Which I knew as soon as Friday happened. So,
yeah.
I mean, you guys are. I don't know. I guess I don't care as much. I know what it is, and it's a super casual to get you out in an active capture the flag game, and that's exactly what it is, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no, it's to be fair, if you get a group of friends together and go play this, it's probably a lot of fun. And I passed. There's like a set of trails, like nature trails and areas near my home, that I passed by and. I was on foot, and, I see these, like, I don't know, probably 16, 17-year-old kids passing by, and I walked right by them, didn't think anything of them, and then I turned around and looked, and all of them had headphones in the headphone jack, and all of them were wandering around. They looked like Egon from the Ghostbusters, just walking around scanning shit, looking for shit. And so I went back, and I said, hey, you guys playing Pokemon Go? And they were like, yeah. And I was just like, carry on, children. And I walked away because I realized I was far too old to be like, hey, kids, you playing Pokemon?
So, a shocking moment over the weekend that you two are probably going to follow your chairs for.
Let's hear it.
But I was actually helping people find Pokemon and talking to people and being social with strangers most of the weekend.
That's lies.
Once again, counterintuitive to your nature, Goat. There's a plot here.
No, they were like, have you seen this? I'm like, oh, there's this down there and this over there, and yeah, because we were all doing about the same lap. There was 6 Poke Centers from the convention center, including the convention center, and we were just all doing the same laps. We were all keeping each other up to date on if we found any new or different Pokemon.
I feel like we should probably call this episode Pokemon Goat, but put a colon between the O and the A in Goat's name. That's what we should call it.
Parentheses or something, but yeah.
Yeah, something. Yeah, there should be something there.
No, but
I think we should keep my colon out of this, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess I really kind of. I guess I opened you up to that one, didn't I?
Oh, jeez.
That joke was the BM right there.
You guys are gonna be the end of me.
Nope. The end of this feature is what that is.
But no, just I do have to say that listeners of the show know that every now and then we actually do try and remind people and convince people, actually is the better word for it, that despite his gruff exterior, his forced gruff exterior, Goat does have a soul. He just refuses to let anybody know, except for very rare instances, like right now.
Yeah.
So I want you all to look at the screen, listeners. Just imagine Goat's face right in front of you, and just look at the screen and just understand that this is a man, and this is a man with feelings, and really, just at the end of the day, he just wants to be loved. He just doesn't know how to ask.
The fuck are you talking about? I wanted to know what the other Pokemon were.
That's
the gentleman thing to do is to be like, hey, I found this because you're looking for it. So they tell you where they found something that you're looking for.
Yeah, there it is. That's the thing.
That's
pirate bartering. It's been around a while, Charlie.
It's okay, Go. We know. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
No, Charlie's the one who'd be putting signs up for people. It'd be like, here's a Lickitung. Here is a.
While true, we know, Go. It's okay. But I think that wraps up our feature for this week.
Yeah, I think this is where we stop.
Yep. Yep.
So where do we go
And then-
from?
So mailbag.
Yes, that's right. It's like, it's almost as
Oh
if
wow, we actually have a whole bunch of bagging on the
we
baggers.
do have quite a bit of mailbag goodness waiting for us,
Hold on,
actually.
let's get to the sack.
All right.
So-
Hold on, I gotta change over.
I
to
actually have a couple of mailbag responses
What the hell?
over yonder, so I'll go ahead and bust those out really quick here.
Do your thing.
I will do my thing, Goat. I will. Oh my God, where did they go? I had them, and now they're gone.
I have two. I have two.
What the hell happened? Go ahead.
I
Do your thing,
John
Goat.
time. What the hell happened there? Pushing button. So we have two Twitter responses. Two.
Oh
This
my
is an
God.
alphabet. Yes. From @girlscangame22. She said, I guess we probably should tell them the
What the question was? Yes.
Yeah. We did skip that part. Maybe it's because our game was locked up. It's all buggy, and we should throw our phones out.
The question was, would you be more or less interested in watching esports in a bar compared to at home? What about on ESPN TV compared to Twitch? And again, this was a question that was a response to the fact that ESPN is going to be airing, ESPN2 is going to be airing Street Fighter V Finals. I think this coming week, or maybe it's next week. I don't remember. And that we sprung up out a conversation we had last week, kind of talking about whether or not you'd like to watch these things televised or in a public place with friends.
So everybody's up to speed. So @girlscangame22 says much more at a bar. So that's one for the bar. And then our a good fan of the show, and I don't think John and Charlie know about him, but famous rapper Joey Savior actually tweeted in and said, "What the fuck is esports?"
So I think his answer is no. He would not be interested in watching esports.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, at that point, probably not so much.
He has a busy tour schedule, so I understand. He probably doesn't have time for it.
Indeed.
Wait, we have some responses in the Players Club here. Let's see. So Ricky Keller says, for me, it depends on what esports becomes. I think it's currently lacking what Bro Sports has for their leagues in terms of seasons, divisions, etc. I think I'd prefer to watch esports with some friends at that point. At what better place to meet than a bar? I think I'd be more likely to watch there than at home. But contrary to that, Daryl Moore says, I don't think esports is barable. I don't want the distraction. I'm looking for the little things that make the plays, and it seems like that would be lost with too many people around. That kind of speaks to what I was saying about how it seems like esports are too action-packed to be able to not just stare at the screen the whole time. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Derek Hansen says, Barcraft, which is StarCraft 2 specific tourney events in bars, is great, which apparently is already a thing, but generally Barcrafts are in smaller craft beer bar atmosphere with a dozen or so nerds very into StarCraft 2 specifically. The bigger issue is that most video games aren't very fun to watch. This is the same reason video game movies are awful. I'm not quite following your logic there, Derek, but it's interesting. He goes on to say, I'm not really trying to take a side in response to a question from Ricky asking about which side of the argument he was saying on. Sorry, I'm jumping around the conversation here. So Ricky says, I think a few people on Twitch might disagree, pointing at the number of people that use Twitch. In response to whether or not people would enjoy watching video games, Derek responds, yeah, people on Twitch would disagree, of course, but we're talking about the bar patrons demographic and not the gamer demo. 99% of bar patrons will look at a pro League of Legends game and have absolutely no context as to what is going on or why they should care. I guess I'm arguing that most competitive games don't have the clarity of purpose at first glance that most regular sports have. Ultra combos in Street Fighter look great, but most of the matches spent slightly moving left or right and throwing out jabs. A 360 no-scope kill is not immediately apparent to someone who does not know what it is, etc. That's a good point. You really do have to kind of understand what you're watching from the get-go to kind of to maybe to get enjoyment out of it. That's a good point. Cal Davis says, I do not really watch esports as it is now, but then again, I do not really watch actual sports now. That being said, hi, me too. That being said, however, if a bar were to open that catered to the gamer and held an esporting events, this could be something I would be interested in. Go out, enjoy a beer or two with like-minded people, have a massive Overwatch tournament. That was apparently just for you, John. And just enjoy the day. This sounds like a good idea.
Thank you for throwing in the Overwatch for me. I appreciate it. That game would work really well in a setting like that, though. So, I think. Anyways.
And then let's see if we had any more here. I'm looking for our second post. Can't find it, so I think that's all we had in the Players Club.
I had a couple of responses. Kyle Torres says, not sure. I'd love to go to a bar just to watch the CSGO championship with other fans around. Jessica Johnson says, I would love watching esports in bars, but I would also love more diversity. Like currently I'm watching SGDQ 2016. Hold on. Let me pull that up because I have no fucking idea what that is as a hashtag. The Summer Games Done Quick 2016. Oh, okay. This is a speed running. I recall what this is now. I just never saw it abbreviated as a hashtag like that. And watching some of these amazing runs with a group would be so much fun. They just finished a Tetris block, and it keeps you at the edge of your seat. I'm not a fan of shooters, namely CSGO, but the inclusion of the genre would make leaps and bounds of progress for esports players. So that's 2 for the bar. Yeah, I don't know. I spent some time thinking about this last week as to whether or not I thought this would be a good idea in practice. And I guess realistically, it doesn't have to be a bar. We didn't really talk about that or clarify that last week, but it doesn't have to be a bar. Just any public place. It could be cafe or I guess it doesn't really matter. Just a public place gathering with TVs that you could sit and watch these things if you wanted to. But
we did specify the bar thing, kind of liking how do people go to bars to watch regular sports. So that was one of the angles we presented.
Hold on. We did specify bar, John.
No. I'm saying we didn't specify anything other than the bar. What I'm saying is we didn't clarify anything other than.
And this is why we did that. I don't know about you, but how many sports cafes have you seen around?
No, it's not. No, I don't even just mean that. I guess I'm not really sure what I'm thinking, but I mean like there are a lot of people out there who don't drink. You know, I mean they got to have somewhere to go watch it if they don't want to be at the bar, I guess.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Bars serve Coke, John.
There you go, B-dubs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go eat some
liquid. They sell the bars sell both the powder and liquid version of Coke. So.
I'm pretty sure the Buffalo Wild Wings classifies as a sports bar.
Yeah, technically.
Well, it says it on the window. It says Buffalo Wild Wings Sports Bar. So John's going to start his own sport cafe.
There's the business. We need to open up an esports bar. That's what we need to do.
Yes,
so it's nothing but esports and streaming all day, 24/7.
Because caffeine and esports is going to go really good as much as beer and esports. Yeah, or alcohol.
Yes, that. John, did you have any more on your page?
That's it for me.
All right, and then we have Songbird email.
Hey,
Songbird writes in and says, Dear Technotronicorn, Goat, and Fallon Flynn, mailbag answer. The thing is that there are factors that strike against me about the question. I don't drink, and I'm not into esports now, nor do I know anyone who is. If I was going to watch esports in my current condition, I'd pick watching it on the television so I don't eat up the data plan. If I became interested in esports and knew people who were into it, it would be nice to meet up at a place like a clubhouse or a restaurant where people could hang out to watch the events and have games playable to play not only with each other but also with fellow viewers online. So
there you go. Songbird says she doesn't drink, so there's a perfect example.
Well, I mean, okay, so I guess the one clarification we didn't make is that when we say meet up at a bar, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to drink like alcohol. Yeah. Like they have soda at bars too. It's just it's a at sports bars are a thing, so that's why we went that direction. But yeah, no, we're certainly not advocating requiring that you drink alcohol while watching esports.
We're just recommending it.
Yeah, exactly. It would be really interesting.
Tonight, you're always the winner at that point.
Yeah.
That's true.
What would be really interesting is if you go to a place, pay to rent a VR unit, watch the stream in game because variety is the spice of life. That would be interesting. So like it's basically let's say it's Overwatch and you can just kind of walk around the battlefield while people are actually playing Overwatch around you. That would be kind of curious.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible.
No, you would not be interested.
You want how many drunk people wandering around in a 3D world
But the player. Here's my solution. The players can't see them. They can see the players. Players
No, no,
cannot
no.
see them.
I'm saying you want them all in this room, wandering around, bouncing into each other, drunk and stumbling around and puking at each other.
Oh, yeah, I do kind of want that because that'd be funny.
Until it's your cashmere sweater that you got from Guam on fire sale. It's made of, I don't know, horses.
What?
I am confused, but Songbird continues. Legitimately, though, did anyone tell you why I had brought up Yungoos making Pokemon great again? If not, just put the name in an image search. Yeah,
Right.
we looked up. I brought up a picture of it when we were answering your question.
Badger.
Yeah, I'm.
He's a badger.
I think we missed. We might go to. Did we miss something here?
No,
We brought up a
Hold
picture.
on. I think I already, just based on her play on words, I think I understand what it was supposed to be.
I think she's going to a deeper place than we went,
Hold on, let me pull it up.
which does not shock me.
Picking it up now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. Screen
What?
sharing right
You
now.
beat me to it. Go ahead.
Oh,
What do we miss?
I did not come across this image before when we were
There you
looking
go.
up pictures of why Yungoos would make Pokemon great
I
again.
guess Young
Reference
does look like Donald Trump
completely-
with the hair.
Completely lost on me.
Yeah.
Who's
That's
the guy on the left?
Oh, that would be Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Really? Shouldn't he have a hat
Yeah.
on that says "I'm a jackass"?
Yeah, he
What's-
should. Yes, he should.
Yeah. Isn't America as great as something? That's his. I get it.
His slogan is "Make America Great Again," so she was saying "Make
Pokemon
Pokemon Great Again."
again.
Songbird, we are horrible. I'm sorry, we all missed your joke. It's not you. It's us.
Politics are probably not the best subject to put on this show. Just
Yeah.
for joking or ever, because the three of us, it took me like 3 years to realize we got a new president. So.
Yeah. So,
Well done.
so Songbird continues.
Well done.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, we.
It was too advanced for us, apparently. Songbird continues. Okay, if you were to or are playing Pokemon Go, well, you have your answer on that already.
Sure.
Where in Chicagoland would you set up your Poke Gym, and where would your Pokemon be? Note it must be a Pokemon from Gen 1. Also, who would you join? So this is.
She's thinking starter. Yeah. Who would your Pokemon be? I'm thinking is their starter.
Yes, and then also which would you join? Team Instinct, Mystic, or Valor?
Well, we already answered that earlier in the show. Team Valor, man.
I'm a Team Valor. My starter was Charmander. My Pokemon gym would be at the Admiral Strip Club.
Of course.
What?
Yeah.
Where are there going to be more balls in town?
That
yes.
is. Hmm.
I cannot find a flaw in your logic.
No.
Yes.
So okay, and I don't have an answer because I don't care about Pokemon Go.
Wow, Charlie. Charlie's answer is get off my lawn.
My gym would probably be at honestly
Factory.
at this point I'm gonna put my Pokemon gym at Taco Madre, just because then I could train and eat and be the very best fat ass that no one ever was.
The irony of that is amazing.
Taco Madre probably, or maybe like Music Box Theater, so that I could just hang out there because that place is amazing. That would be my gym. As far as my starter Pokemon, would probably be, you know what? You're asking who my starter was for the game?
You don't get to make one up. It's if
Well,
you're
I didn't
playing.
say make one up. I meant like who would my
You're
starter be if I
playing.
had my choice amongst the original.
You don't anymore because you're playing. You've already made your choice.
I'm not talking about in Go. I just meant in general, like fictionally speaking.
Go.
She asked in Go.
Oh,
in
Go.
In
Okay,
Go.
okay. I missed that part. Honestly, I don't think I remember who my starter was. What were the choices? I don't remember.
Your standards.
Me.
Like
It might have
Charmander,
been Squirtle.
Squirtle and Bulbasaur.
I picked Squirtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
Yeah.
Songbird continues, much to the delight of people with certain fantasies, you can now have a Twitch channel dedicated to eating in front of viewers as they talk about whatever they want to. If you had to watch a gaming character's eating stream, who would it be and why? Kirby is not a pickable choice as it's too easy. Because that was actually going to be my answer until I read that next sentence.
Oh, I already have my answer.
She's ahead of you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Mine would be Donkey Kong because
Okay.
that shit would be bananas. Shit.
Wow. Dad
Yeah.
joke to John this week.
That's all right. Look, you've gotten it for the last few weeks in a row. Charlie is not pleased with that answer. Look at him.
You're fired.
Well, it's been a good run, boys. Like,
I would choose Cooking Mama because, her food would be amazing to watch being made. That's what I'm going to go with. And being eaten.
So you're going to watch Julia Childs digitally. Got it.
No, Cooking Mama, the video game character.
That's what I'm saying, but it's basically one of those. It's gonna be one of those cooking shows like back then with Julia Childs. Where you
Nothing like Julia Child's personality, but sure, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but I think Cooking Mama's sober, so yeah.
Marcus Phoenix, the Marcus Phoenix cooking show from Gears of War, just because he'd be screaming at you for the entire fucking thing. Dom, hand me the fucking olive oil. There you go. That would be fun.
Go in your answer.
I think I'd like the Fallout cooking channel. They have some pretty good delicacies on 3 and 4.
Oh, look, watch me cook this can of beans, this irradiated can of beans that I found in a footlocker buried at the bottom of an irradiated lake.
Iguana on a stick. That'd be a fun show.
Yeah.
All right. Now, finally, Songbird asks, now to turn the tables, if for whatever reason you had your own food eating channel, who would you feel the most embarrassed knowing that they were watching you? This must include one gaming character, and then you're free to say anyone else.
Who would I feel the most embarrassed
channel ever.
watching?
Who do you not want to watch you eat?
Wii Fit Trainer. I would feel like she's judging
that's
me.
fucking perfect. Anybody from Just Dance? I don't know.
I know who John wouldn't want him to watch eat.
No.
Tingle just staring at you while you're eating a steak.
I wouldn't be able to eat a steak if Tingle were staring at me because it would gross me the fuck out and I'd lose my appetite.
No. If Tingle's gonna be watching John Eats, it's gonna have to be like pea pods or something. I mean, it's just something that really just
I think we're onto something here.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be a cake, a Tingle cake, where I just cut the head off and start just savagely clawing at it with my hands and stuffing cake into my face because then maybe he'll.
So your first birthday all over again.
John, this is no longer an answer to Songbird's question.
Woof.
No, this is just cake murder.
It is. Tingle is even better.
What specific video gaming character, and also any other people? Well, I mean, like, I don't know.
I barely eat. It's just gonna be a short channel and not very. I live on ramen and cigarettes. Like my longest food channel
in the cigarette paper, and then he
exactly.
The ramen noodles.
Streamline it. You get back in the studio faster. But
that was the most musician thing that's ever come out of your mouth, Goat.
But anyways. I mean, my longest stream would be what? 18, 19 minutes? Yay. I don't know. I don't care who's watching me eat. I wouldn't be embarrassed. I eat. Whatever. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess every time.
I know. I'm familiar with those feels. And then, the only other non-video gaming character answer I can think to that is
hot chicks. That's my other answer. I don't want them to watch me.
Oh God. Okay. Would be Emily Post. A, because she's a skeleton, and B, because I'm sure I'm not eating properly. So there you go.
There you go. Right on.
All right.
Songbird wins again.
Yes.
Charlie?
Yes.
Random question.
Uh-huh.
When you eat alphabet soup, do you make sure that it spells out words correctly? Because I know you're kind of a Nazi with that.
Have I done that? Yes. Do I require that be the case? No. I do, however, read the word every time, and even if it doesn't come out to be a real word, I try and make it a word just because I'm uncomfortable now. So thank you so much for your email. We appreciate it. And also thank you to all the people that responded to our mailbag this week. You guys are awesome, and thank you for all the responses.
Twitter.
More Twitter responses, please. Thank you very much.
And more fucking voicemails, man.
Yeah,
less voicemails.
That. So yeah, that does it for the mailbag this week.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Please don't die.
Yes. I'm on the verge of death already. We don't need two of us. So, John, do you have anything coming up you'd like to tell the listeners about?
This coming week, it's business as usual right now is the thing. This coming week, we're going to be participating in another V's for Villains show at Anime Zing in Davenport, Iowa. And that is going to be, let me double check and see when that's going to be, what the dates on that are. My brain is not working. That is going to be the 15th, 16th, and 17th in Davenport, Iowa. Anime Zing. That's anime-zing. It's another animecon.org event. A smaller event, a little more sleepy. Very fucking chill and laid back, man. Actually, one of my favorites that we do when we get to do it, we don't always get to do it every year, because you get to just really hang out with everybody and have a great time. So looking forward to that. Other than that, after that, nothing until like September. So we're not going to even talk about that, but we're going to get a much needed break after the last 3 weeks of shows every weekend.
Cool. Goat, anything? Yeah, I know that one of your iron curtains has been lifted, yes. But anything to speak on any of the others?
We're bringing the circus to Iowa, like John just said, the full unveiled circus. And then Phoenix album hopefully is in the works. I mean, everybody's so busy it's in the camp doing it and stuff like that we're kind of on pause for a release because, well, unlike video games, we like to give you a complete product without a day one patch. So other than that,
thank you for
mostly because I don't want
finished product, for God's sakes.
Yeah, mostly it's because I don't want to hear John bitch about it every villain show.
You're gonna bitch anyways, Goat. That's what I do.
But other than that, I mean, there's other stuff coming on, but layer one of this Iron Onion is out in the open, so yay.
There you go. Good times.
On my side of things, I'm basically just turning my focus back to Ponyville Cider Fest and working on prep there. If you want to come help staff at Amazing Con, have an amazing time. And one of the things that I'm working on that I'll tease a little bit here is that we're working on setting up an event with one of the breweries in Milwaukee for our attendees. It'll probably be some sort of ticketed or exclusive event for sponsors, but it is, the conversation on that has just begun. But the fact that this is even a possibility is very, very, very exciting for me, because it is one of my favorite breweries that I've ever been to ever, and so the fact that they are at least willing to even talk about the idea is very exciting to me. So, but yeah, no, October 20th.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No, what? No, what's wrong with you? So October 28th.
Charlie has a dark secret.
No, I do, but that's not it. So October 28th to 30th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Ponyville Cider Fest is going to be a good time, I promise. Even if you don't like ponies, good time, promise. So
absolutely
anyway,
free.
No, don't take advice from Goat, especially when it comes to anything related to pony.
But more important than anything, don't take shit from Goat.
Yeah, they're working on Pony Blue Ribbon Fest, so it's gonna be great.
Anyways.
You know I love you, Charlie. If I didn't make fun of you, you'd be worried.
Oh, that's true. Because you'd probably be dead. I think that wraps it up for this week. Unless there's anything else you guys want to throw into the mix. So if you've enjoyed what you've heard and or seen here, you can follow us at you can find us and follow us at gamerheadradio.com, at facebook.com/gamerheadradio, at google.com/+gamerheadradio, and on Twitter, where we are at Gamerhead Radio. I am at TEK Charlie. John is at the Fallon Flynn, and Goat is at which actually says Sir Goatsworth. You can email us at yes, PokeSpeak, yes. You can email us at editors@gamerheadradio.com, or call us and leave us a voicemail at 94926-GAMER. more of that, please. More of that. Please download the official Gamerhead Radio app on Android on Google Play, or you can subscribe on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, or with your podcast downloader of choice, also on Twitch. We need to do some more gaming. I know John, I do have to say, to John's credit, like every single week, he basically. Yeah, he basically yells at us and says, like, we haven't played games together in, like, months. Like, we need to fix this. Let's play something. And Goat and I are just like, yeah, but busy. And so we as a group, we do know that we need to play some more games together and do some of that streaming, especially now that you can do the group Twitch audio in the stream on Xbox One. Like, there's all the reasons in the world for us to do it. We just haven't done it because Goat and I suck. John doesn't suck because
No. John equally sucks.
Yeah.
Because he's shooting himself in the foot because he's the one who's made me busy the last month.
All right, so we all
that is partially my fault.
We all suck
I
in
will
our
take
different
credit.
ways.
It's true.
I feel bad for John though. No. He brings his torch and we both blow it out, and he walks away with his head hung and goes, maybe next week, guys.
That's okay, because that's how we got to playing Grand Theft Auto before. I said we should play, and we were like, yes, have some.
Yeah.
And then Charlie went nuts, and we all were like, no, never again.
Yes. So worked out okay as far as I'm concerned.
Anywho, that may or may not have happened. So yeah, everybody, keep an eye on our social media to find out. Was there anything that leapt out of you guys real quick that you think we should? Why don't we just make a Pokemon Go question out of for a mailbag next week? Are you playing Pokemon Go? Are you playing Pokemon Go, and what do you think of it so far? And if you're not playing Pokemon Go. And what is your team? Yes. And so are you playing? What's your team? Are you enjoying it? And if you're not playing, why? That's our mailbag question due for next week. Thanks very much for watching. Let us know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the insertion there of the interview that I did at Anime Midwest. We want to get to more cons. We want to do more of that. But let us know if you have any suggestions for events that you think we should show up at, and let us know how you thought it worked with having that be stuck in the middle of the show there. Hopefully you guys like that. But yeah. With all that being said, thank you very much for watching, listening, downloading, subscribing, and liking and favoriting and all that stuff. We haven't done that for a while. Just a reminder. Likes on like ratings on iTunes and likes on Facebook and follows on Twitter and like plus ones on all the various things and all the different subscription services. It does a lot more good for us than you might realize. And so anything that you guys can do to kind of help let others know that that you enjoy this podcast, that there are people that listen to us. We're 176 episodes in, and we want to grow our listener base, and one of the best ways to do that is for us to be rated and reviewed well on these services. So if everybody could please do us a favor and just leave a good review or just a like or whatever on whatever platform you're listening to us on, just let others know that you're enjoying this. And if you're not, tell us why, so we can work on it. Yeah, that would be a giant help for us. So please and thank you in advance. But with all that being said, thank you very much for participating and watching and all that. And this has been Gamerhead Radio. And lead in.
Yay!
And scene.
And scene. All right.
Breaking the show aside, it was a decent show.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So we need something dirty about Pokemon Go and me.
Pokemon Goat.
We put today on Gamerhead Radio. We put the colon in the Pokemon Goat.
Oof, no. I want to talk about Goat's colon. It's no good. Okay, let's see.
We've got a funny today on Gamerhead Radio. We put the colon in Pokemon Go while John shits all over it.
No, I didn't. I said I liked the game. I didn't shit on it that hard. I was just,
We're criticizing. We're not shitting on it. Yeah.
No. You guys don't seem to understand. This is like the crucial moment. They want to if we say something like that, they're going to listen at least to that point.
That is clickbaity. That's true. I mean, that's true.
We're live. You guys don't need to know that.
I think they probably understand how this works. It is not a surprise that that media outlets do whatever they can do to get more subscribers.
Yeah, we are the sleaziest of used car salesmen on the internet. behind the used car salesmen, of course.
Yeah. So, but I don't have anything better. Whatever you guys think.
Hold on, let me think. Think. Gamerhead Radio.
For the record, also, this is one of the reasons why I have a hard time getting work done. Is because she will just plop herself down on my hand, and just like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be, so you can pay attention to me now.
Mine sits right here on the just off to the side. It's kind of convenient.
Hi, Maggie, you're on the internet.
Hey,
It's
Magums.
moments like this that I'm very glad that I don't have a pet right now.
Where's Luca?
He is not a pet. He is my son. He is sleeping.
He's a taxable pet. Let's be honest.
Well, maybe some people's kids, but not mine. He is far too cunning to be a pet.
Did you hear us talking about you? All of a sudden, I have. She walks up like, yes.
I heard my name.
Okay.
Is it dinner?
Radio. What else did we talk about?
Look where she just repositioned herself. This is what she does. She just like leans on my hand and makes it possible.
She creeps in. She's creeping.
Yeah.
Let's see. Today on Gamerhead Radio, what else did we talk about? We talked about Pokemon Go.
Don't rub your head on the mic.
I don't know. The Pokemon Go seems like the throughway for sure.
Yeah.
If you see a tail, kind of like.
Oh yeah, I see it over there. Yeah.
Yeah, the head's on this side. Yep,
Normally we come up with these lead-ins really quick, but got nothing tonight, man.
We're getting distracted by pussy.
That's true.
Well, there's the Easter egg.
Yeah. No.
The way you just bowled right over that? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm going to rip the Catch 'em All song, so.
You should find, there's got to be some metal band that did a cover of that too. You should use that instead of the real one.
Oh, I'm sure you could probably find it pretty easily.
Yeah, there's a couple places I know where to go.
Yeah, find a good
You know what
cover
else?
to use.
You know what else we could do as a way to get people to kind of listen? We could make a joke about the fact that we dropped off air in the middle of the show.
Well, that I don't think that's gonna make them want to listen.
No, but I mean we could make a joke about find out what happens.
Well, they're not going to know about that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Audio listeners will have no
that's
idea
true.
that happened.
I'm going to
Yeah,
patch
shit.
this thing up, and the audio listeners are going to have no idea that happened.
Yeah. There's still a handful of saps watching us babble here.
Nice.
You poor people.
Well, we could go with like the what if we go with like the safe-ish route and be like, today on Gamerhead Radio, I'm attached to my mic. Today on Gamerhead Radio, something to the fact of course we're talking about Pokemon Go, and we're still alive to talk about it, or
Yeah.
something to something like that. Like
We could reference the pizza place thing. We could say like
We could.
order let's Pokemon Go. No, I've got it.
No,
Okay.
order a today on Gamerhead Radio, Freddy Fazbear Freddy Fazbear delivers Freddy Fazbear delivers a Pokemon pizza to go. I don't know. I got nothing.
No, yeah, there's nothing there.
There's nothing.
What was the other news? What was the other non-Pokemon Go story we had?
Dead person in the water.
Oh no, that was a Pokemon Go story.
Oh, you said non-Pokemon.
Yeah.
One of them was shit. My brain's not working. Oh, Richard Garriott selling his blood on eBay.
What do we do with that?
I know. Take it off of eBay. That's what we do with it.
Hold on. I think I got this.
Okay.
Today on Gamerhead Radio, we went out on Pokemon Go to get a pizza and got blood in the mail instead.
Charlie yawned. That's a no.
No.
That's not why I was yawning. God.
Hold on.
The other thing we could reference is just the anime Midwest and the pachinko thing, and I'm just trying to think of.
Why don't we just go with the easy one? I think we're overthinking this. Like, today on Gamerhead Radio. What the hell else do you think we're talking about? Let's go.
Today on Gamerhead Radio. Today on Gamerhead Radio, John and Goat played in the street while playing Pokemon Go and lived to tell the tale.
I just got a message from Darcy. Apparently, she's one of the people still watching us, and she has a suggestion. I didn't see it. It popped off my screen. Darcy,
Oh, yeah.
Darcy saying, today on Gamerhead Radio, pros, cons, conventions, and Pokemon Goat.
What was it? Pros, cons, extensions?
Pros, cons, conventions. So apparently, I'm and Pokemon Goat.
Oh, I see. She's using cons correctly and conventions correctly.
I'm not opposed.
Did we? Right, because the blood thing was kind of a con. I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see where she's going there.
Hey, I think we should use it. It's Gamerhead Radio's happy birthday present to Darcy. She can be our writer for the intro. Because her birthday was this weekend.
All right. So today I'm going to pros, cons, conventions, and
Pokemon Me.
Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go.
Well, it's my show, so it's gonna be Pokemon Me.
Do it.
Pros, cons, conventions, Pokemon Me. Got it.
Hang on, Goat.
Was there a revision?
No. I'm just
white. That is whiter than I am. Oh, hey, it's right there. I can read. This is fucking weird. I'm reading a computer on a computer through my computer.
Yep. Computerception. Okay.
All right. Ready? Why am I saying ready? Today.
That's why.
Put that in, Goat.
Yeah, I will. All right. Hold on. Let me lock on Charlie because now I got John's ugly mug, and that's just not gonna help me read. There we go. Today on Gamerhead Radio. Just read it as is. For some reason, I thought there was we talk about. I don't know. Shut up. I'm so used to doing the things now. All right. Today on Gamerhead Radio. God damn it! Who did it? It was Charlie. Charlie mead me.
It's true. It happened.
All right. Quiet on the set. Today on Gamerhead Radio, pros, cons, conventions, and Pokemon Me. Gamerhead Radio starts now.
Done. Nice.
All right. Thank you, Darcy. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Darcy. And I am so not at all sorry that I sang happy birthday to you with an Irish accent or Scottish accent.
I am. We went 5 minutes over because of that.
Shut up, Goat. Darcy's birthday. You can go 10 minutes over for Goat.
I ran her out a drumstick.
There you go.
I think she's got 3 or 4. I think she's got half a mic.
I might give her a cymbal topper too, which is really rad.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
She got more crap than I do. All I got was broken wood slammed in my face. And then he handed me a drumstick.
That wouldn't be the first time you got wood slammed in your face.
Yeah, that's why I don't stay on your side of the stage anymore.
Darcy says, thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Before we go, I want to show you guys one of my acquisitions from this weekend. Hang on a second.
Let's see it.
Charlie's going to put an addition onto his house.
I feel like maybe he's going to bring his T-shirt and show us his T-shirt that he put up on Facebook, which was...
It's an art studio.
What
He's going to have an art studio from conventions in his house.
Slowly, on a long enough timeline, that is entirely possible. Entirely possible.
I'm still shocked that Carlton got me this shirt I'm wearing.
What are you wearing? Let me see the shirt.
See
Show the people.
I don't know if I can do this. All my stuff's kind of... Oh, I guess this does come off, but it was perfectly set. Oh, well. Come here. Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Yeah, you really can't see it. I'm bad at this.
What were you trying to show us? Was that your crotch?
Yes.
No, that was... Carlton bought me a shirt that I'm wearing. And it's... Holy shit, I did that perfectly again. How the hell? All right. No, it's a headset, and it says standard talkie headset, basically what I'm wearing, but with a mic. And it says I'm bitextual. I do sound and stage management.
Nice. So do you remember me showing you guys last year the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Hasbro toy that they came out with? That was the Pinky Chicken Pie, like the Pinkie Pie dressed up as a chicken in like
Yes,
the
I
giant
recall.
chicken bucket. So
That's so weird.
the one of the cool things about being able to go to the My Little Pony Fair is that they actually, because it's actually a Hasbro sponsored event, they get the San Diego Comic Con exclusive before San Diego Comic Con. So that's how I got Pinky Chicken Pie last year, and this year it's one of the new Legends of Equestria figures, featuring let me get the glare here, Discord and Fluttershy.
It looks like they spent a lot of money on that packaging.
Is he handing
Um,
her a beer?
it's chocolate milk, but I'm gonna pretend it's beer.
It's a chocolate
Is that the same
stout.
thing?
Yeah, but he's got like the upside down umbrella, and this is next to my head. Look how big this thing is.
It's huge, man.
Yeah, it's a good like 16 or 18 inches tall. And speaking about spending a lot of money on the packaging,
Oh wow, Jesus. Jesus Christ, that looks expensive.
It's a little overkill.
there is no such thing in the world of adult collectibles, Goat.
Yeah, I was to say definitely an adult toy.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
But yeah. All right. I guess we can go off air now. So
Yes.
Probably,
Goodbye,
yeah.
everybody.
Two
who
people
might
that are still
be
watching.
sticking around.
people.
Godspeed, and thank you for
two
supporting
people are
us this
still
week.
watching this for some reason. Thank you. I assume one of you is Darcy, and whoever the other one is, thank you. I'm sorry. So and good night.